Now let's drink some coffee. Whew. Gurgle spasms struggle with your pest most of your life, huh? Welcome to your first Live Hug Nation, Dr. Willie. Depression, bipolar, anxiety, ADD, and Asperger's. That sounds like everything. Wow. It's a tough thing, you know. Like like I said, I'm a believer in medication as a effective treatment, but I'm also I've lost faith in the medical community in terms of there's the incentive to prescribe a pill is so great as compared to other treatments, you know, like simply. There was a great talk I heard by, I think his name is Koch. He spoke at the same TEDx event that I did. He runs Arrogant Bastard Ale. It's his beer company, and he said that he struggled with pain for years and years and years and years, and no doctor ever asked him, "What's your diet like?" Nobody ever said, "What do you eat?" And you've got all these stomach problems. What are you eating? You know, because he ate fast food and Doritos and all the stuff that, you know, normal food. And he finally changed his diet to eat fresh foods, non-processed foods, and his pain went away. And I think that is, you know, that I saw this great quote. It said, "Medicine is not health care. Medicine is sick care. Food is health care." It's like, oh, that's awesome. But we don't culturally think in those terms, really. We think, you know, your body can process whatever, eat cheap and whatever tastes good, and if your body finally can't handle it, can't break it down, can't get what it needs to fight off what it's doing, then, you know, then you go get some medication. And the truth is, you know, your body is constantly in a state of fighting. That's, if you could watch at a cellular level, your white blood cells are keeping you healthy by fighting off invaders all the time. You actually have cancer cells right now. It's not the cancer that you need to be worried about, it's about your body's inability to keep the balance as it does when you're healthy. Med-free for over 15 years. Woo! Exercise and yoga meditation are 3 keys to healthy living. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, like, it's funny, it's not funny, I don't know, I had been off of yoga for a while because of my finger, and decided, you know what, I'll make it work. So I went to a yoga class, and my body was pretty stiff because I hadn't done yoga in a while, but a lot of the stiffness was starting to kind of like fix itself, and it was like, oh, all right, this is great. My neck has been kind of hurting, and now it feels really good, and I think I just cracked some of the things that were real stiff, and then about 40 minutes in the yoga class, my back, the muscle spasm I still have, seized up. And I was like, ah. And part of the frustration is just knowing what April just said, which is that it's so good for me, mentally, physically, that, you know, there was a time when I worked out because I wanted to look good. Now I want to work out because I want to feel good. Not that I work out, but exercise in any way. Saki said a good point, which is that it's easy to say exercise is great for depression, but if you're really depressed, there's no way you're going to the gym. I mean, if you're really depressed, it's like it's hard to get out of bed. It's just you enjoy the joy of the next scoop of ice cream, and that's it, as you hate yourself. This is as happy as I deserve to be. Suggestion an improv class. Nice. Sachi, sorry. What did I say? And April said, which is a good point. It just, that's also something that has helped me in the past. Is I find going to the gym to be extremely discouraging for me. It's such a. I know that in the times when I've had gone to a gym, it's been good for me doing long workouts, like if I'm really into working out. But when I'm just getting started, it's so daunting, So if I can tell myself, all right, do 2 minutes of yoga and then walk around the block. That's enough. And then at least I'm doing something. And then often, but once I'm moving, or the next day, I feel like I can do a little bit more. It's the same with meditation, Like if you say, okay, let's all meditate, I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes. That'll last about a day for me. And I'll quit before 30 minutes. But if I say, let's meditate for 5 minutes, I might do that. Maybe. I'm not right now, but I'm just saying theoretically, one might. Gurley says going to the gym is hard when you're not depressed. Interesting. I mean, it's an interesting dilemma. Is that some people feel like you need to have like frustration or disappointment or fear or something to motivate you to do stuff. Like if you're not hating your body, you won't go to the gym. And I'm of the mind that motivation doesn't last. Like when people are on slingshot diets and things like that, and is that the right term? I don't know, when you go rebound back and forth, it's usually because the motivation that you're using is you're kind of whipping yourself with fear and self-hate, and then those same things trigger you to binge back to where you were before. Dr. Wiley likes to, you got to dance once a week, huh? I used to, in my younger days, there was a club called Hedonism that I would go to every Thursday night, and I would wear like cross trainers, and I would kind of, and basically go, it was saying like, this is, I don't like jogging, but I'm going to dance. And I would just, dance from 10 to 2 or something like that, and get just totally sweaty. And it was a great club. It was a gay club, but on Thursdays it was a mixed crowd, and so it was like, it wasn't that fancy inside, just people that would go to dance. It was awesome. But I haven't been dancing. I didn't even dance. I probably danced for 30 minutes all of Burning Man. That's probably, I would have danced all last year was probably 30 minutes. That's a good sign that I'm that's when my age shows. Sorry, I'm not grabbing all the chat room. It's going a little faster than I'm maybe if I had coffee I could follow up. I did. Robot Heart was one of the only times I danced. Okay, so if I count that, probably 45 minutes. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Heartlighter. I love that name. Dancing in the kitchen while making dinner. What are you making? Being dragged to a race. You're right, the grilled cheese incident, as we will refer to it, not the string cheese incident, the grilled cheese incident is responsible for some of my only dancing of the last year. So, like I said, it was an angel in disguise. Is it warm where you guys are? Seriously, it's October, and I keep thinking, okay, as soon as it cools down, that's when I'm going to go to storage and deal with my Burning Man stuff. Okay, as soon as it cools down, I'm going to deal with the mattress that's on the side of my house. I'm like, yeah, it's I don't know. I'm going to stop. I'm going to take down all my climate change is a myth posters that I have all over the front lawn. I'm kidding. 100 degrees and no AC. How does your computer even stay on? Yikes. Hello, Shine. Great to see you. If you've got to check out, we've just got a minute or two left, and then I'm going to be back at 6 o'clock if I don't fall asleep. Headache's gone. Sweet. Oh, seriously, yesterday as I got into my car, it was like 6 o'clock. My car's baking hot, and I'm like, I wonder if, I know some people come south for the winters. Can I go north for the summer? Is that a thing? How far do I have to go? Greenland or something? Iceland? Bend, Oregon? I might do it. Italy? It's hot there, though. Hawaii in the winter? Alright. I mean, I like it here in the spring, in the fall, and in the winter. I just don't like any place in the summer, quite frankly. Is there a underground troll village that stays cool, maybe? Maybe some ice castle, like where Superman lives? Okay, ice castle it is. Canada, huh? There's a good idea. Stay away from Flipside. I tell you, when I visualize Austin in the summertime, it does not make me feel like wanting to, build a camp. And the thing is, I feel like such a wuss. It's probably, I don't know, 85 something, and I know that there are people that are just so much hotter and colder. North Carolina. I read the word North Carolina and I feel hot and I hear the sound of crickets, like bugs. Maybe that's just in my head. Cicadas? How do you say that? Bugs. And that's one of the things I love about San Diego is that it's not a. I mean, I had an ant problem this last week actually because it's fun. It's been so hot and finally the ants got themselves inside the house and they're like, wait a minute, it's way cooler in here and there's water. This is awesome. What are we doing outside like suckers? And for the longest time I was like, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try my best to not kill them. So I was like sweeping them into a dustpan and like dumping them outside, sweeping them and dumping them outside, and then I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna spray poison, but I definitely gotta deal with these guys. So now actually my trash is outside. I've been leaving my trash outside. I was trying to have fun with it. I was like, these ants have clearly, it's almost like they don't understand English because they have so flagrantly disregarded the treaty that I had written up. I don't know about more pests outside. I mean, we have trash cans on the side of the house, so it's nothing different. It's just a bit of... All you get are bears, cougars, wolves. Yeah, if I had those in the house, that would also concern me. Probably more than ants, especially if it was in the same numbers. Isn't it funny how some things that, like, if the size and the numbers make all the difference. Like, I was watching a Planet Earth show, and they were showing this place where there was, like, millions of birds that came to land. You know, if you saw a few of those birds in front of you, you'd be like, oh, pretty bird. If there were millions of them, it would be Hitchcockian and horrific. Alright guys, have an incredible day. I will turn my AC back on. Be back here at 6. Thank you for the compassion and connection today. Very appreciated. Have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. If you're in San Francisco, I'm going to DCOM next Sunday. If you're in San Diego, doing First Saturdays on Saturday.